I would say almost an accident. I was carrying a box of fabric squares around that I had bought at a yard sale. My mom had bought at a yard sale years before, and they were with me at art school, and I had a break from classes, and just kind of, as a conservatory goes, I just didn't really want to sit around twiddling my thumbs, so I took out this box of squares and designed a quilt out of it, and kind of taking from what I was learning in art school about art history and things, I made what would kind of be more of a painterly quilt. That took a long time, and it's kind of ugly, but I just really liked the result of it, this object that was made afterwards, which was so different than painting and drawing for me, because painting and drawing was something you had to look at and then preserve, whereas a quilt you could use and inhabit and kind of interact with in a very different way. I get most of my inspiration from other artists or function or innovation. So definitely inspiration from other designers. So I read a lot of design blogs and pay a lot of attention to furniture and architecture and industrial design and things where designers are taking a method or a need and continuing to churn it through until they have the most efficient design possible. And so I really appreciate that. Or people who are taking an existing method of working and really changing it. I use a lot of recycled materials because it's got a story to it, right? The material itself has a history of experience, and I really find that to be engaging. But as well, the visual interest that comes with me not choosing is it's better than I would have done on my own. If I went into a fabric store with infinite choice, why would I choose one thing over the other? Whereas if I'm going to use clothing, I have to pick from a much more finite material list, and therefore the interest comes out of that experience. They laugh in my face. When people ask, well, when I tell people what I do, they usually just laugh and assume I'm joking. And then I show them pictures on my telephone, and they say, oh. Oh, wow. I'd probably have to say Jay-Z.